Shalom. My name is Bhat Ysrayl of Israylite Heritage, and I'm going to be continuing here on part 2 of why I'm not a Christian. And I'm also going to be explaining to you where the term Christian and Christianity came from. And hopefully this will give you a more better understanding of the deception you're in is calling yourself so-called Christian. So I'm going to get started here. Now the word Christian comes from the Greek word Christianios, meaning smeared ones. It also meant they had the salvation through the smeared blood of the Messiah. Now this was what they were called. The Messiah never referred to himself as being a Christian. This was simply a term made by men, a derogatory term that was given to them, just like the word Negro that was given to us. You see, during this time, they had a whole lot of pagan deities and gods, and the only difference with the Christians is that they had one divine pagan. They considered one pagan god, divine pagan over them all. So that was the only difference. And also during this time when this Christian term came about, during the Roman Greek era, was during the time that the Roman Greek Emperor Constantine ruled. Like I was explaining to you, the people, they had so many pagan gods they were worshiping. They had one just about for everything. The sun, the moon, the rain, the wind, you name it. They had one just about for everything. They figured all they had to do was to call upon the name of this pagan god, and for whatever purpose, and their prayers and wishes would be answered. Now, how ignorant does that sound? Calling upon a deity that you, man, had made. Didn't the Most High Yah create you? So how could man expect to have their prayers answered by calling upon a deity that they made? It doesn't make any sense. It's just so much deception and confusion there. Now, like I was explaining to you, the only difference of the Christianity concept was that, they believed in one higher divine deity over them all. If you research your history, you see that man and nations has always looked to a religion or God. This defined the different nations. Their culture, their character was what they believed in. And it was also a way of controlling people. So, when other nations conquered and enslaved other nations, like I was explaining in the first video, they also made them to believe the pagan deity gods in which they worship. Now, to get back to Constantine and what I'm trying to explain to you on controlling people. During his reign and all these different deities and beliefs, there was so much chaos going on that Constantine decided to incorporate all these deity beliefs in one main religion called Christianity. And he did this by a gathering he had in the year 325 of the Common Era, called it was called the Council of Messiah, where he had all these Christian bishops and leaders and different beliefs of deities people were believing back then. He had them all gather, and he came up with one main religion called Christianity. And that's where this Christian concept come from I believe what I want to believe, you can believe what you want to believe, and all these holidays that they have. And they really don't have that understanding of where that concept came from. It came from here. Just incorporating everything to one main religion so everybody will feel comfortable, So it was a way that he can control people. In a way, it was just one big deception. But, that's what Christians do. They're going to believe what they want to believe. They're going to celebrate what they want to celebrate. And they need to understand where that concept has came from. He also incorporated the Sunday, S-U-N, as one of the holidays, one of those, the sun god day, into this Christianity religion. And Christians don't understand that's why they worship on Sunday, S-U-N. The commandments, the Most High Yah said in the commandments, he said to remember the Sabbath and to keep it holy. And the Christians aren't doing that. They can do what they want to do. It don't make any difference. And they understand that. The Sabbath day is not a holiday that man has made up. It is the day that Yah told us we are to rest. It is a holy day. And the Christians do not acknowledge that. But now that I explained to you a little bit about where the term Christian came from, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to break down what Messiah and Christ means. Now, Messiah means the anointed of Yah, chosen for a particular purpose of duty. Christ, on the other hand, means anointed. Anointed of what? It does not mean anointed of Yah. It just, kind of places them on a higher divine level, meaning Christ, meaning anointed. But it does not mean anointed of Yah. So that's where that Christian concept come in. Let's call it thing Christ. So it's the Messiah Christ. They have Lord and calling the Father Lord and God and giving these titles because they have incorporated all these ways that they had of worshiping deities in this religion called Christianity. And, they don't understand that's where it came from. But what I'm going to do here is go to the scriptures and tell you just exactly where the Messiah's name and the Father's name is. Let's go to Psalm 68:4. And it says, "Sing to Yah, sing praises to his name. Raise up a highway for him who rides through the desert by his name Yah, and exalt before him." You see, it right here tells you who the Father's name is, and it is Yah. If you look in the older versions of the King James Bible, you're going to see that name in there. It's simply been changed by Christians in a newer version of their Bible, and they've changed the letter Y to J. And that's why you have all this confusion with people, Jehovah Witnesses and Jah, and Allah. That's why they have all those misunderstandings of what the Most High Yah's name is, because they incorporated all those deity beliefs into this one main religion called Christianity. Now, let's go to Matthew 1:21, and it says, "And she shall give birth to a son, and you must call him Yeshua." You see, right there, it tells you who the Messiah's name is, and it ain't Jesus Christ. And we are not Christians, Israel. We here at Israylite are trying to bring a message to you and tell you, exactly who you are and give you a little bit about your history. The Most High Yah did not give us the name of Christian or Christianity. He gave us as a nation the name of Ysrayl, and he gave that to Jacob, the descendants of Abraham, the 12 tribes of Israel, and it is not Christianity. And Christianity is also proclaiming that the Bible is their book. It can't be. How can it be your book when you are not on accord with the Father? You have, and you're doing what you want to believe. But anyway, I'm going to come back in part 3 of my video, continue on how Christians break the commandments every single day. My name is Hanaya by Ysrayl. Shalom.